it takes, like click, like it takes it really fast. And you saw in the video, no one walks in front.
See, that's its own light. That's producing its own light.
Yes.
Whatever it is, it's looking.
It looks at me. Yes, you can see its eyes.
Standing proud.
Yeah.
The South is full of haunted history. There are ghost stories around every corner waiting to be told.
I know that the paranormal is real.
Carthage, Tennessee, situated in the scenic hills of Smith County, began as a humble river port along the Cumberland River before growing into a thriving center of commerce and culture. Founded in 1804, the town's rich soil made it a hub for agriculture, while its strategic location fueled trade and industry during its early years. Carthage also bore witness to the turbulence of the Civil War, with nearby battles and skirmishes leaving a lasting imprint on the region's landscape and collective memory. Carthage is renowned for its warm hospitality and charm, with its family-owned shops, cozy cafes, and inviting atmosphere. However, one location stands apart, drawing us here with an air of mystery and intrigue. A place where the spirits of the past linger, their voices whispering in the darkness to those who dare to listen. The old Courthouse.
Tonight we're in Carthage, Tennessee, and we're going to be investigating the Smith County Courthouse and the Smith County Heritage Museum.
And we're going to be investigating with two of our closest friend groups, Chicken Little Paranormal and the Tuscaloosa Paranormal Research Group.
As usual, we begin the night with an initial tour of the building to review the claims and identify the hotspots, helping us create a game plan for our investigation. We then set up cameras and other equipment throughout the location, hoping to document any paranormal activity.
Now, because of some logistic issues and some other things that popped up, I was the last one to get here today, so I didn't get to take the tour or anything like that. So I know where we are, I know what we're doing tonight, but I don't know anything about any of the claims of activity in this area or what I'm getting into, pretty much.
So the courthouse was constructed between 1877 and 1879. So this was actually the second building that was built on this property.
Oh, cool.
There's a lot of history with public hangings, a lot of, dark history kind of like with that. There's been a lot of deaths on property. There's a cemetery that is behind the area where they would just take Union soldiers and even enslaved people, put them in holes. There's also been some documented deaths of heart attacks, even within like the more recent decades. There's also a mysterious lady in white who has been seen on the staircase. Not a whole lot is known about her or who she is, but there's been reports of people seeing a lady in white. Another part of the history is there was a young man named Fred. He was 15 years old and he was an enslaved boy. So the story goes is that Fred murdered his owner after being beaten by the owner. The next day, he was taken to the courthouse, kind of like right behind the building on the property, and he was lynched. And it said that people came from all over they were having picnics and things like that, watching him be hanged. And so that's a very tragic story, and so it's believed that he still remains on the property, and it's said that he's on the 3rd floor. Okay, so we've got a K2 meter. We're gonna have a couple of K2 meters around here. What is this device right here? What does this do?
It is a Paralight.
And it'll light up this something.
Different colors, yeah.
We've got cat balls, and we've also got a REM pod. Okay, airplane mode, because that, if not, it will affect the REM pod. We're going to be using digital recorders and listening to see if we can capture any EVPs.
You're working.
I heard a whisper beside of me.
But I heard like a kind of a bang over here. And I said,
I swear I thought I heard a whisper to my right.
okay.
You're
working.
I heard a whisper beside of me.
But I heard like a kind of a bang over here. And I said,
I swear I thought I heard a whisper to my right.
okay. Let's put this right here.
Cat balls.
Oh, cat ball.
Yep. And there's nothing that would make that go off except
No.
for,
I'm a
touching
good 10 inches away from this box.
yeah. And I mean, walkie-talkie wouldn't make it go off.
Mm-mm. Did you come to communicate with us tonight?
Got a bunch of girls up here.
Only 5 minutes into the first session of the night, Heather, Stacy, Dee, and I began experiencing activity on the 3rd floor. Heather heard a loud knock, which was also captured on the camera's audio, while Stacy reported hearing what sounded like a whisper to her right. Since we were all still in the process of setting up, these incidents couldn't be fully validated as we were all moving around. However, once everything was settled and we began, our cat ball activated, coinciding with something we weren't immediately aware of.
And there's nothing that would make that go off except
No.
for,
I'm a
touching
good 10 inches away from this box.
yeah. And there's nothing that would make that go off
No.
except for,
I'm a
touching
good.
Upon reviewing my recorded audio later, I discovered what appears to be an EVP. The correlation between this audio anomaly and the cat ball activity leads me to believe that someone was attempting to communicate with us.
Was your father still alive?
What was that? What was that?
That wasn't y'all? What did that sound like to y'all?
Almost like maybe a gasp.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy scaring the guests that come here? I think when I
What?
become a spirit, I'm terrified.
Was that one of y'all?
No. What was that?
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
What was it?
It almost sounded to me, I don't know if I'd say a kid. I mean,
That-
it's
it-
like
A kid.
yeah. Like a little squeal kind of thing of a kid or something. I don't know. It sounded young.
Yeah, when we get down there, I'm gonna listen back to that. That sounded like a kid.
We continued for another 20 minutes but did not receive any responses or document any additional experiences. The 2nd floor, once used for trials, was eventually converted into a small theater for community plays. In the past, we've had success using role-playing sessions to trigger activity, so we decided to give it a try at this location.
Okay, so a man passed away and he put on plays here. The last play he put on was Clue, and so we're gonna perform scenes from Clue to see if we can trigger some activity. Boy!
Sweet. I'll be the one rolling the... getting... what? I'm revealing a butcher knife. Sharp.
Do come in, madame.
Ooh, they like it.
This is delicious. Oh, this is yum, yum. Yummy, yum. That's what it says.
Oh, shit!
Okay, tonight I will be playing the part of Miss Jessica Lange in American Horror Story when she finds herself being trapped in a lowly cabin for all eternity. Oh, I can't spend eternity here! This place reeks of fish, cat piss. Oh, what is this? Naughty pie!
You had that one prepared.
I did.
If there's anyone else here that would like to perform, please feel free to enter the stage and perform for us. But you gotta make the lights light up so we'll know you're up there and ready.
We know you can do it. We've seen it.
What if you make it?
Yeah.
Yay.
Love it. I love that.
Do it again. Repeat performance.
Yeah.
Encore. Encore.
Get your energy together and show us again, please. The best show of the night.
Anything's better than what we just did, okay?
No, I think they liked that. I thought it went really well.
Yeah, we didn't get to.
Yes.
Yes.
Will you make just one of the lights right here in front of us, just one of them light up, not the whole line, just pick one. What is that?
It was blocking out over there.
Yeah, it was. Did y'all?
I didn't see it.
I was on the floor. It was blocking out.
Yes, something was right there.
It was blocking out the light on the floor on the laser grid.
That's okay. That's my hand. Was
No, that's great.
Wait,
no, he's over there.
I'm right here.
I know you're talking.
This
I don't
is
see
me
me at all.
blocking it. So
I'm
was
over
I
here.
doing
No,
something?
there's one behind that pole.
That's the one
So-
we're looking at.
Yeah, and it was.
After
it was
the
Fred's
fact, I
hand.
turned.
Now look, mine's over here.
Yeah, he's over there,
Yeah,
See,
Jonathan.
I'm over here.
What me and Heather saw right there.
All right, so
You're
it's
blocking
here.
it out
Yeah,
now.
right there.
I did reach up and move my camera after it did that. Did I do my hand before?
Try it.
Like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Will you make just one of the lights right here in front of us, just one of them light up, not the whole line?
Heck, you're flown tired of us.
I think Elvis has left the building.
Mhm.
I said stage left, I'm going to my dressing room. Can you tell us bye? Can you do something big to say bye?
Au revoir.
Oh,
There you go. That's awesome, I appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Thank you. Get around on that side, huh?
Stage right. Is that stage right? Or is it from the people on stage? Or is it from the people on stage? Or is it from this perspective?
Exactly. Hey, teacher salary. Gotta have
Gotta
side
make
gig.
money on the side. On the side.
During our roleplay session, we began receiving hits on our tripwire indicating EMF fluctuations. We followed up with an EVP session and continued to receive responses. Each time we got a hit, we applauded to maintain high energy and hopefully create an atmosphere resembling a theater's residual energy. Using our laser grid, we noticed movement on stage. Unfortunately, our cameras did not capture it, and we were unable to validate or debunk what we observed. It's important to note that we don't have a dedicated camera crew, which limits our ability to document visual evidence. Most of the time, we only have one, sometimes two, handheld cameras. As investigators, we prioritize conducting thorough investigations over constantly filming. We hope you'll trust our experience and integrity in sharing these findings. One particularly compelling moment occurred when we asked for an entity to make only one light flash at a time on the tripwire.
Will you make just one of the lights right here in front of us, just one of them light up, not the whole line, just pick one?
Remarkably, this request was fulfilled, whereas earlier the entire tripwire would light up. Another intriguing event took place near the end of our session when Stacy said, "Exit left."
I said, stage left, I'm going to my dressing room.
Immediately afterward, a light flashed on the far left-hand side of the tripwire. Additionally, our digital recorders captured two voices that we didn't hear in person.
Or is it from the people on stage? Or is it from the people on stage? Or is it from the people? Gotta make money on the side. On the side.
Can you tell me your name?
What did you do? She's probably not gonna pick up anything in here because of being in a vault. She's not gonna get any kind of transmission.
Not from outside of here, she won't.
No.
It would have to be in this room.
I heard a woman, but I couldn't understand what she said. I just want to say, I feel like someone's got their hands on my chest right here, like pressing.
Are you the lady that's pressing on her?
It could have been one of those people that died of a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're also going to be investigating the Smith County Heritage Museum, and I don't know much about that location either.
Yeah, we're both kind of going into that one blind because we don't know a whole lot about the history of it, but it houses a lot of the objects from all over the county, and so you never know what or who could be there attached to some of these things. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting for all of us to kind of go in and see what we can find or to see what we experience.
Okay, so we're going to do a big EVP session, and what we're going to do is everybody's going to spread out into a different section. The way this layout of the building is, it makes one big kind of like loop, and so we're all going to sit in different sections, wait a minute or two in between each person, but we're going to take turns asking a question as it goes around, and we're going to do that for a little bit and see if we can get any EVPs. So tell me where you're going to be.
I'm going to be in this beautiful kitchen area.
So where are you going to be sitting?
I am going to sit in between the African American and the churches section.
Okay. Craig is going to be over here in the education area, since he is a school teacher. This is where Dee is going to be sitting. She's going to be sitting in the churches area. Heather works in a hospital, so she's going to be sitting in the medical area. Where are you going to be, Jonathan?
Back there with the snacks.
I don't think that's on the tour.
We got a REM pod over here in the military area. See, where are y'all going to be sitting?
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay, we're all rolling on our recorders. We're going to take turns asking EVP questions, and we're just going to kind of cycle through.
Alright. Alright, lights out.
I would like to introduce myself. My name is Craig. I'm a teacher. So I'm sitting in the education part of this museum. Can someone come and talk to us?
I'm getting cat ball activity here. On top of one of the doctor's bags. If somebody's here in the medical area, can you tell me your name, please? There's other clear balls over here on some of these other medical supplies. You're welcome to touch any of the other ones. There's one on the scale. Oh my God, that's the one on the scale.
Oh, that was me laughing.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, it's crazy that you asked for it and then it
Yeah.
lit up the specific
I mean,
one.
how much of a coincidence is that?
Yeah.
Are we close to the police station?
Could the police station radio waves, their walkie-talkies or whatever, be affecting the rope light?
I would say yes.
If you are here, come on in. Let us know you're here. Do whatever it takes to give us a sign that you're here that we cannot say no to. That we know it's you.
Hey, Ashley,
Uh-huh.
are the rope lights going off consistently?
Not consistently. They're going off just kind of like every once in a while. Like it just now flashed.
I'm going to walk toward those. I'm going to cue the radios for a moment.
Okay.
Test.
That's good news. So we feel like someone is trying to communicate with us, but we really, really, really need to be sure. And I know it's a lot to ask of you. Can you use some of your energy just to communicate with us and just give us definitive proof that you are here? Thank you.
So when the light goes off, I'm not getting any kind of radio or microwave burst. I'm not getting a static charge, nor am I getting a change on my magnetic field.
Okay.
Is there more than one person here? Light up? Is there more than 2 people? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Somebody's walking back here.
About halfway through our session, we began hearing heavy footsteps coming from the back of the room. The sound was so distinct that it made us all pretty nervous. However, this is exactly why investigating is so important. Our hosts for the night were staying in the lobby at the front of the museum. Since this building is old and has original hardwood floors, any movement from another room can travel and make it sound like footsteps are in the same room. A lot of reported paranormal activity can be debunked as contamination from environmental factors. In this case, we got excited for a moment, but it serves as a reminder of why debunking is such a crucial part of the investigative process.
Somebody's walking back here.
Is there any way we could check with those guys up front to see if they're walking? Because there's some definite walking, like right over here.
Who's good at walking?
Oh, are you happen to be walking around up front?
Yes, I did. I took just a few steps. I did.
Okay. Appreciate it. Yeah, we heard you, so.
My heart was beating like at
That
my
was,
chest.
yeah, that was pretty, would have been pretty
That
crazy.
was a real person, okay?
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Do we want to stop and regroup?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea for now.
All right, guys, let's break.
Yeah, it had been going off on the medical bag. And then I said, can you light it up on the scale? And the one up here lit.
It lit up within like a minute of her, like even less than that.
No, it was like immediately.
So this is a full spectrum camera. It can see on the different spectrums like infrared, things like that, that we can't see with our own eyes, that a lot of cameras can't detect.
Take a close look as I captured this area with the camera. When the screen on the back of the camera goes dark, that's when the shutter opens to take a series of images. Pay attention to this spot. Nothing moves into view while the camera is taking pictures. It wasn't until I reviewed the photos later that I noticed a figure appearing in just one of the images. You can clearly see what appears to be a head, body, and arm manifesting. Here you can see the image numbers, and that the photos were taken back to back.
So what we're looking at now is a thermal camera. So you see Heather here. Basically, we're just seeing heat. So we're seeing Heather as a gray and orange figure. So as they're taking their pictures, I'm going to follow them with the thermal.
If there's anyone that would like their picture taken, feel free to come stand in front of me. When I count to 3, I'm going to take your picture. 1, 2, 3.
One of the things we love to do is called an unattended session. So everyone leaves. We go out to the parking lot, we go outside, and we leave all of our equipment running inside. And it's a chance just to see, what happens in an empty room. So right now, no one is in the building, and anything we get is pretty much contamination free.
We didn't capture anything unusual during the unattended session. In fact, the museum fell eerily quiet for the rest of the night. Despite our efforts with the spirit box, an Aracuse session, and several other experiments, the activity seemed to have ceased. That's the reality of paranormal investigation. Sometimes you visit a location and walk away with little to show for it. With limited time, documented evidence can feel like a stroke of luck. But this location had a surprise in store for us.
So this is at the museum. I'm using the full spectrum camera. When the full spectrum camera, like the back of it, the LED screen goes black, that's when the shutter opens and it takes a series of, like 3 pictures.
Right.
So he's behind you. He's got the video camera. There's IR
and
light
he's
on.
videoing right here. And it takes, like click, like it takes it really fast. And you saw in the video, no one walks in front, and you see like a face.
Yeah, look at those eyes and
I
mouth.
feel like that's an arm, and it.
First thing I'm thinking of, it looks like a Confederate general. He's got that.
It's like a beard or something. He videoed me the whole time. I had everybody accounted for on the video. I have gone over it over and over, and I cannot figure out. And also in that video, you see nobody steps out, and nobody could that fast.
Right.
It was like a split second. There's
Right.
no one.
Yeah.
And then there is.
Yeah, because the shutter opens for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes 3 pictures so you can compare each photo. I watched that over and over. He was still back there. I had just walked from in there. He was still back there setting up his thermal camera. You and David were back there. Heather's the only one who had walked near me, but she had just gone back in there.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah, I was just seeing what y'all were doing, and then I turned around and left.
It was that camera right there, Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I cannot figure it out. I've tried if you can debunk it, but I'm still trying to figure out what it could be, but so what do you think?
That's pretty. I don't know how to do that.
Good catch.
Mm-hmm.
Good catch.
One conclusion that Scott brought to our attention is that the entity did not appear on the infrared spectrum documented by the night vision camera. This means it was only visible on the ultraviolet spectrum, which lies below infrared. This detail makes the observation even more compelling. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay curious, and above all, stay spooky.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos or want to be a part of our live investigations, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you have any ideas for future investigations or want to share your own paranormal encounters, please feel free to leave a comment or send an email to crashmediaparanormal@gmail.com.